Alrighty. It's time to record. Shit, not what I meant to click. Not what I meant to do. We're doing a God Ring 10 video because I have been getting God Ring 10s like left and right, and I really need to just go to practice and just show it off, so, yeah.
I am a primordial being.
Alrighty.
Eternal,
We're in the
infinite,
level now.
all-powerful.
We're doing Terra today because I did get a God Ring 10. I'm probably going to show off the combos and stuff and just basic stuff like that. So this is basically what I've been rocking lately. So you do Embrace because Aura, you do this because of Aura, you do this into the Determination, more defense, this gets you more cooldowns. This one is very subjective, like you could either do the Spirit Robe or the Mantle of Discord. I prefer Spirit Robe, it's actually really good. And then you do Manticores, because now you have maximum crowd control, like reduction and stuff anyway, so you ain't gotta worry about it. And then you want to do Cloak of the Aesthetic usually, just because it's a good item. Other than that, I don't really use much of anything. I'll just throw that on. And then item stack. So, basically, as support with Terra, you're gonna do basically just this, because your entire combo relies you on, like, you want to slightly zone players. So if players are like running away, like let's say you go at a player head on, they'll of course start backing up. What you want to do is just place this behind them, dash into its root, dash again, do bonus damage, flick on them, maybe try walking to them and cut them off with that. And then this is for your team usually as well, because it also heals, but it also makes you do bonus damage. It's like a free Spear of the Maggots. So if I had to pick like something I would change in this build, I would probably, because you want high defense, right? So instead of, let's say you didn't want to run like a Spirit Robe and Mantle and all that, and you wanted a bit more offensive. Well, you could go Mantle of Discord and do Spear of the Magus. Now, Spear of the Magus you can, of course, build earlier, because that really helps you a lot earlier, but that's very, like, whatever you want. Of course, you could also trade out the Spirit Robe for, like, if you want even more offensive heavy. I would trade that off for, like, Divine Ruin for anti-heal. Of course, you could just build Aura anti-heal, but, like, if you want more offense, then you know what to do. But no, basically, this is just how you play Terra. It's very simple. It's a very simple mechanic. When you play the game, though, you're gonna realize it's a lot harder to actually pull off than you think, because you gotta like really time those perfectly. You can also dash into those and do bonus damage, but that's not really what you're gonna do. You're mainly just gonna do this. You can stack Spear. You can. I think instead of the Shoe, you actually do want to run Sunder a lot, like the Splash one especially, because that just stacks with the Spear of the Magus and stuff. But I guess I'll show off the jungle build now, actually, because the jungle build is actually pretty good, too. The jungle build, of course you're going to run Blink, that's just the way it is. You can run Sunder depending on their team, and because of your ult and stuff, which is makes it really good. So, like, this is what your kit could look like. And then your starter, well, you're going to go into this one, of course, but of course you do Bumbas first, and then your second item, of course, because every Guardian uses, if you play off-pick, is always going to be Book of Thoth, just because of how strong it is. On her, though, she needs cooldown, so you do Chronos Pendant right after. 10% more cooldown. You can get it from basically anywhere you want to, but I usually do Soul Gem for the burst. You still do Spear of the Magus, and then you do Poly. Now this build, of course, it could be modified, it could be changed, but she needs lots of cooldown, because her kit doesn't have that much going for her. She needs to be super hyper-aggressive and just be able to get inside of them all game. Now with this, you think, oh, the power seems a bit low, but it's not about having the power, it's about the fact that you also have CC in your kit that helps you. So like, that's a lot of damage. This button now, with it, also makes my basics about that hard, right? I don't know if you noticed, but like, half her health bar went away after that.
Reduced to Stardust.
Let's see how much the Poly does then.
Will they stop your
You know, so this build's basically based off of just building power and utility on her, which is really good on her. But if you wanted to mix it up, because sometimes I like to do this too, I like to change it. You need the 40% cooldown, without doubt. You need Book of Thoth, that's without doubt. This you could replace for the other 10% cooldown item. I think there's one other cooldown item in the game. Yeah, Spear of Deso. So like, you could do Spear of Deso instead with Spear of the Magus, which is really strong too. You want Poly because you're going to basic attack in between sometimes usually, but let's say you didn't want to run that. You need like I don't know. You could sacrifice 10% cooldown, honestly. You don't need it. You could run just like Divine if you need it, and then just say, I want Pen. I want a lot of Pen. Let's go with Charon's Coin, because it's a really good one. Or you could do Obsidian Shard. Both really solid picks.
Obsidian, iron,
But Obsidian Shard
granite,
only
and
has the
more.
bonus whenever you pop it later. So, like, this build's okay, too. But you always need the Book of Thoth. That's just the facts. I don't really see another way of doing it besides the Book of Thoth, but if you're going for, like, power...
Shine as bright as the stars.
power effectiveness, of course, you're always going to build fucking Poly. Because Poly gives you the basic attack proc that makes you do more damage, which is really good against tanks. Spear of the Magus is always needed. Divine and Soul Gem and Spear can all be rotated out for the extra 10%. And of course, you know, that's pretty much the gist of it. Anything else I was thinking of? I kind of want to see what attack speed looks like, and then I'm probably going to end the video, because I kind of want to see what attack speed would look like on her, because I haven't done it. But she is a Guardian, so I kind of want to do mannequins,
Living wild and free.
and then just build attack speed. Let's see, ring, ring, ring. How much attack speed? 1.83. That is horrible. That's horrid. Let's just see if we can get it higher though. 2.10, not bad. I feel like you could get it definitely higher. That's only 20% attack speed. That's so bad. Let's just say we go with Spear or something, because I'm not really sure what else to build on her.
My
Just see what
power
if
grows.
we cap the attack speed would look like. Honestly, if I build her like this and I want to do attack speed truthfully, I would build mannequins. But like just for the sake of this, I'm gonna build I. 2.41 attack. Okay, good. That's good enough. And then we'll just say let's build Spear. And Spear
Obsidian,
does more
iron,
damage. Alright,
granite,
let's just
and
see.
more.
Just kind of want to see how much I can do.
Spring is here.
The will of the cosmos
not bad.
is unstoppable.
It's not good, but it's not bad, you know. But no, basically the gist of her is always the same. It's always just click a couple buttons, do a lot of damage. So like, you'll sunder, you'll ult, you'll hit him with an ability, to proc that, and then you just get the infinite damage output. Even with the basic attack, the kit's still the same. It doesn't matter because you have to do all the extra shit to make it really count. But you know,
are the
that's,
strongest.
I think that's pretty much the end of it. I think I'm gonna read the abilities first, and then we'll end it, because the abilities are dash that shatters stones. That's just what it does. Does damage, so you can just run into them as well. Crushing Earth. This is the one where you can make it damage per wall is 190, right? So that's 380. Yeah, that's 380 damage. Right? Yeah, 380. That's 380 damage coming at you all the time. Plus whatever in your power. Shatter damage is when you run into it, so it shoots shrapnel out. So you could do that with zoning and stuff, and like hit somebody from afar who's like almost dead or something. It's not very reliable. You're mainly going to use it for the zoning and the 1.5 second stun. Monolith, it causes a root when you dash into it. It heals nearby allies if it's not destroyed. The healing is very niche, not good. Shadow damage is pretty good because it gives you the tick as well, and the root. This is basically, so this is the reason why you run Sunder and Spear of the Magus though, is because she gains more damage with this ult. Because allies gains 5% damage mitigation and protective stones that heal the ally, right? Enemies receive 5% more damage from all sources and harmful stones that damage the enemy if all four are activated. This also makes you do additional damage with her basics, so cleave whenever a stone is active, that's whatever. Oh yeah. And then Sunder gives you the bonus damage, which you can double proc. You can proc it twice. And here. What would it look like most of the time? Because you just kind of do this, like you just go. Then you hit them with an ability, and then they take, and you just they take a lot of damage. Because this also does damage and heals in a burst. That's what I like. The end is really good. But you know, that's Terra as a support, or not every role, honestly. Got ring 10.